Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing fantastically well. So today I want to take a quick sort of summary or my opinion on what is going on in the prop firm industry right now. A lot of changes have happened primarily since my Forex funds got into their regulatory issues within America. And we've seen a whole range of changes across the whole board for a lot of prop firms, especially when they started off banning all of the US clients. So is this the end of prop firms? I don't know, but I'm going to sort of go through a few of the thoughts and opinions and hopefully come to a conclusion at the end. It could just be that we are in that real state of flux where the whole industry is changing, really trying to figure out what it does, how it can actually move forward. And we've seen that with a lot of all the changes over the past couple of months. So let's sort of start and dive into this one because it's a big topic. So this really all started with the US regulatory commissions getting involved with my Forex funds, closing down all their accounts. Essentially, they were acting as a broker and they were unlicensed to do that. So essentially they obviously got into a lot of problems. And although that's kind of been resolved, the company has never been able to come back and trade again. So based on that, we've seen the banning of US customers from a lot of the firms. FTMO, one of the biggest ones to start. I think people took a step back and thought, why are they doing this? And reality being was they were looking at all of the risk in the markets and obviously just trying to protect their business and the rest of their traders around the world. That's going to have a ripple effect with a lot of other firms doing exactly the same things. But there are a number who are still able to take US clients. And we've seen that with the big technology changes over the past or probably month or two, where they are moving away from MetaTrader. Now, MetaTrader as a company have also stopped providing licenses to some of the prop firms through their other brokers. And again, that has caused some massive issues where they've literally overnight had to stop trading. Huge investment in technology to try and migrate away from the current platforms, integrate a whole load of other new brokers or systems into the back-end dashboards, as an example, migrating all the accounts over. Now we can see that CTrader and DXTrader is becoming the predominant one for US-based companies and customers. Now we are also seeing that people don't like these platforms. The majority of traders that I've spoken with prefer MT4 and MT5. But as we know, as things transition and people get more familiar with the platforms, how to actually use them, place trades, and ultimately make profits, they will then become a bit more familiar with them and become more comfortable in their day-to-day trading. There's also the challenge of if people have got any indicators or EAs or custom setups on MetaTrader, how they migrate across to CTrader or DXTrade, as well as any copy trades. At the moment, it's quite tricky to do that. But with time, they'll figure it all out and therefore it won't become too much of an issue in the future. And we have seen with the migration of data from MetaTrader into other platforms, it's taken a lot longer than people originally expected. And although they were given notification to, let's say, close accounts by a certain period of time, often migration started before that point and caused even more problems with traders where they're in potential winning trades or losing trades. The accounts have been closed out. And essentially, some people have violated the rules or they've not been able to pass certain phases of that. Although there's been talk of compensation for those traders and putting the accounts back to where they should be, it's going to take time for that to actually figure itself out. And the problem being is that it's all about reputational damage. If we are seeing certain firms have problems with migration of data and losing actual days for traders who can't actually trade on particular days because it's taking so long, it's going to take a while to that sort out and people will start talking, the rumors will get around, and before you know it, we might see other firms have significant difficulties in the future attracting new traders. One thing I have also seen is huge discounts from a small number of prop firms. Now, there are some prop firms out there, for example, Blue Guardian, who will always do discounts. We've seen it over and over again where it's 15-20% discounts on a regular basis. There's always a promotion going through. And for me, that's fine. That's all baked into their operating cost, their operating model. So although it's a discount and they've effectively become one of the cheapest in the market, that's fine. They're able to deal with that because they know that overall, with the percentage of people who are taking up the challenges, passing them, as well as their payouts, they're still able to maintain a profitable business model. Now, when I see firms doing huge discounts like 50%, for me that's okay if you're doing a loss leader on some of the $5,000 or $10,000 challenge accounts. But when it's on the $100,000 accounts, $200,000 accounts, for example, it's across the whole board to do 50% discount. For me, that's like a cash flow issue. That is a fire sale. Were they not prepared for technology changes? Did they have to try and sign up an extra 100, 200 traders and get some cash in to be able to pay for that, as well as pay for any other profitable traders who are looking for withdrawals? I see that as a real big red flag when I start to see huge promotional things with huge discounts. Now, if you think about it, if you walk down the high street or online and you saw a shop that was always doing certain discounts, so you knew that was kind of like that was their bottom line price, but then one came along who was always charging, let's say, $500 for a particular product, and before you know it, it was down at the $250 or even less, you start to get a bit cautious and worry about, are they going to be sustainable for the long term? Now, for me, in this time of uncertainty, I'd want to go with the biggest prop firms with the best reputations. So for me personally, that is FTMO. I've got the funded accounts with them and I have no issues with their payouts. I have funded accounts with other prop firms I'm working with as well. So for me, FTMO, the ones who took the best decisions first, they were ahead of the curve with DX Trade, with C-Trader, as well as moving their model out of the US for this temporary period. They might be the first to move back in there when they got the rest of the technology sorted out. Who knows? But for me, if you are looking to choose a prop firm, go with the biggest and the best at the moment. One thing's also been a big concern is the number of advertising around social media. That's even caught some of the financial regulated marketing agencies. There's actually been a number of articles coming out warning people of these adverts, especially over social media, not just for prop firms, but also people advertising courses to pass prop firm challenges, as well as people who are offering their services to pass your prop firms on your behalf. Which we know if you pay for someone to pass a prop firm, reality is they'll just take the money, fail, and say it was market conditions, nothing we can do about it. And even if you pay for some courses to help pass prop firms, also we know that based on experience, these don't always give the right information. So again, it's all down to personal learning and personal experience. So we can see that if the regulators of advertising get involved, because they've seen a huge flood of these things on social media, and obviously if people are complaining saying, okay, I've paid for this product, it's not worked out, they're going to come down hard. And again, that has that same knock-on effect and negativity for the rest of the firms out in the prop space who are advertising on social media, because as always, people get lumped into the same group, even if they are not doing it themselves. So taking all of that into consideration, do I still believe that trading with prop firms is beneficial? Yes, I do. The advantage of getting funded, getting some great payouts, and having that as a longer term career is definitely a benefit for a lot of people out there. They don't have the capital to put that into own trading, their own funds. And by trading with other people's money, effectively whether it's virtual and simulated, you're able to build momentum and get additional payouts to then put that into your own funded accounts. Now, do I think that the current state of the prop firms are going to stay the same? No, there are definitely a number out there who are at risk of folding. So as I said before, if you are looking to go with some of the prop firms, my personal thing is go with the most reputable, because they have the processes in place to actually not get affected by these things. As I said before, FTMO took the decision around risk management to pull out of the US because of the way the regulators are looking over there, and they are looking long term to build on that and obviously then launch with different platforms to be able to cater for more traders. So definitely for the next sort of 3-6 months, I don't see there any being significant changes. When we're looking down the line, probably 1, 3, 5 years, yes, we are going to be seeing another big shift in how the whole market is looking. But that's a whole thing of evolution. That's a whole thing of business. You look at what the current state of the industry is, you adapt and you evolve and you become better and stronger. Will all the prop firms survive? Most definitely not. Will the big ones survive? I hope so. But have we seen in the past with some of the biggest ones getting cornered out by some of the regulatory side of things? But that's where they're cutting corners and doing things slightly dodgy. We don't know behind the scenes who's doing things dodgy. We can only go by on face value and what we see from their own advertising, as well as what other traders and people are saying out there. But as I've said many times before, if you are looking at going for a prop firm, make sure you do your own due diligence, your own decisions. Make sure you are fully aware of how they work, how they operate, and how you are able to get your money back through trading, as well as a refund on all the fees. Don't be completely blindsided by a lot of people saying it's easy and saying it's massive profits from day one. It's not. It is hard work, but ultimately, if you put the time and effort and hard work in, then the rewards will come out in the long term. So this is just my personal take on it. I have no real ins with any particular prop firms. This is really what I've been able to do from investigation through social media, through news, and my own personal experiences. Now, it could be that there's a whole shift in the market again in the next couple of months, but I'll be here to observe, react, and change my trading styles to cater for any of those, as well as hopefully you'll be able to come on this journey with me and do exactly the same. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you again very soon. Cheers.